New video talking about some of the details from the maximum beta. Watched, I can't tell you how many hours of footage of this game from people playing, doing stuff with it. And I wanted to talk about a couple of little details I've seen now. I want to cover something real quick. I've been paying close attention to NCAA, the College Football 25. Game looks really good, way better than I was expecting. I'm probably going to end up picking it up. But talking about that, I want to get into some details about Maximum Football here that I saw in the beta, that where this game won't be up to par with NCAA right off the bat. I don't want to say that this game won't have its own good things about it, because it will. I think if we're going to judge these games, that's like 2K5, 2K8 gameplay level. That's like a 10 out of 10. Maximum to me right now looks like it's somewhere in that level of like a 4 to a 6, and that's not horrible, but it's a good foundation to start building this game up, especially with the things I've seen going into the early access phase of this game. And here are a couple details that kind of stuck out to me. Now, I'm going to pause this right here because it's important to see the play art. This is actually the play that I'm about to show you. This is after showing what the defense was running. So you have a cover 6. I usually just refer to this as like a strength call. So this would be like a cover 3 where you would have your corner deep, or this is a safety. Your other safeties then flexing to the middle of the field. Your backside corner is then playing a third. Your other corner to the weaker strong side of the field would basically come up, play a short curl here. You're giving a cover 4 shell look, but you're actually playing a cover 3 out of it. Now, this player right here, this cornerback, is what I want to talk about, because this next clip is going to reflect the AI and what happens here into the play. So again, this is the play before. You're going to see the quarterback drop out and immediately scramble. I don't know who was playing all of these betas, but no one stayed in the pocket here. I don't get why these guys were constantly running around like crazy people. Here's the backside corner playing his flat area. This guy just disbands this very clean pocket. Again, I don't know why. And this corner, without a coverage responsibility, actually comes up and makes the play on the ball here and gets a sack. So I like the fact that the AI at least has the recognition of that. It's not perfect, and I don't know if it does this every time. This is just something I saw that stuck out to me. Again, beautiful pocket. Beautiful. And if you're playing a team that's running a zone and you have a crosser, I mean, you're seeing the real estate there open up. If this guy just stays in the pocket and delivers this throw, I mean, it's an easy first down. But again, whatever. We're not talking about the decision making of the player, the user here. We're talking about the AI mechanics that are fueling this game in the background. With no coverage responsibility here, he actually comes up and forces a sack. I thought that was really cool. This next play, we're looking at a 3-2, must be like a dime coverage with your extra corners on the field. You have your 2 safeties. Your DBs are playing way off. You have your 3 down linemen. This is actually a run play to the right here, and you're going to see the logic again of these linebackers. So you could see right away, this linebacker actually, I don't know if this is a really highly rated player with good play recognition, awareness level. He's basically coming down here to be the force on the play, to force this run to come back upside here, like back inside to where his help defense would be. Because the user, again, the decision making, I'm not talking about the user here. This is really terrible in his part. Runs straight into this linebacker, basically scrape and filling almost. Really good recognition on the play here by that AI. As you can see though, if he cuts this back up, the run lane here is blocked up pretty well on a 3rd and long situation. But again, the logic for the AI seems like at times it's really, really good, and it reacts really well to the play that's being run by the user. So this next clip is actually showing off some of the receiver DB interaction here. There's still a bit of kind of snap in to where the press coverage actually happens, but I wanted to focus in on this interaction here from the two different viewpoints that we're going to get. A couple things I want to talk about here on this play. Really good mocap on that interaction, but also I want to focus in on this. Again, the user here just hit a button. I don't know. I can't defend the user decision making on these clips. You're going to get this player's getting jammed up inside shade by the DB, forcing this player to work around, trying to get across the field. It looks like this fullback is actually leaking out and doing some sort of like corner route where the ball comes out. I want to talk about the interaction though. As you'll see, this guy's playing eyes on man coverage here. So when the ball's even in the air, he's not warping to the ball. He's not doing things. He's focused on his coverage assignment. Now, somehow this is complete. I mean, this is just a total farce of a play. But the things that I want to talk about here is the fact that this guy's eyes on. He doesn't just warp off of his man to make a play on the ball. He actually respects his receiver coming through the coverage. And again, it's a pretty clean looking interaction, even with this stupid imbecile decision by the user player. So again, I think that that's kind of an interesting little takeaway from some of these clips, is where the AI has to see the ball in most instances to actually attack it. We get another clip here. Now, this is going to be a little bit tougher for me to kind of show off. I couldn't find a good clip. Now, watching this beta for as long as I did, I bet you I've consumed probably hours upon hours of watching people play the game for me since I could not. But the pull interaction, when it works, looks really fucking good. The mocap for the player pulling at times looks really, really good. And you can see how he leads up field here, turning that into an attack or a touchdown on the play for the this fullback dive. I thought that was a really cool interaction. It needs cleaned up a bit in that instance. When you have immediate pressure over top of these pulling guards, it seems like the AI just comes straight up the field and will disrupt the play. Here's a little bit better look, even though the pull doesn't happen very well. I'm going to try to slow this clip down just for the sake of, so I don't have to keep talking over it, but you'll see here, watch that kick step. He works around the center and is able to cleanly get to where he needs to be on the field. Again, this isn't perfect, but I thought that that was a cool little detail that I had trouble finding elsewhere. You see the center engage here. This player is actively working off the center's ass while backstepping and moving his way around, like actively respecting the physics of a player being in his way for this inside zone handoff to happen here. I thought that was really cool little interesting detail that I found out. The lineman play looks like it's being tweaked. It's continuously improving is what I'm trying to point out here. I thought this was cool too, watching the live streams. You could see during the course of a game, these players actually, their jerseys will start to show wear and tear as far as like field surface, grass stain, that kind of stuff starts showing up on your players. You could see this, I believe, is like a running back or something. Here's your lineman players. One of your receivers is real clean. He hasn't been on the ground a whole lot. I thought that was another cool little tidbit I picked up on as I was watching this gameplay footage. And this is just an instance of a receiver route. Now, nothing crazy happens here, but I've seen people complaining about some of the DB receiver interactions in the game. I think they're not perfect. They're not to like the college football level right now, but you can see these players are breaking down. There's 2 or 3 different kinds of cuts that they're breaking out of. So this receiver here is basically short stepping to the top of the route before breaking in. This receiver has a little bit wider of a gate that he's coming out of to break into that play. I thought that you get these cool little interactions if you look into the details of like kind of what's happening on screen. Again, nice throw, catch on the run. Some of the catching animations are getting cleaned up and they look really good. There's a lot of diversity as far as like how the catches are coming in at this point for some of these players. So it's cleaning up nice. The thing I love about this game, where it's behind college football currently as far as like gameplay elements, what we're seeing is continuously being improved. The AI is continuously being tweaked, and seeing Micah speak on the game in Discord, the level of ideas and creativity that's coming down the pike for this game is really, really exciting. It's not near what college football will be giving us. I'm sorry, like I'm a huge Maximum stan, but the college football game looks like a triple A product that Madden has said it's going to be and never has become. This gameplay doesn't stack up to what college football will be providing, but for a free product with what's happening, the double team blocks, the interaction between the receivers and the DBs now, some of this pull blocking, the run mechanics, the way that the defensive AI is starting to incorporate and stuff. I think this game, over the course of its lifespan, is going to start off okay and continue to warp into a really good simulation product. So curious to hear anybody else's thoughts here. Any other details maybe that I missed that other people have noticed. Let me know. If you feel like commenting, great. If not, undisclosed energy drink will still not back me. So thanks for tuning in.